Meghan Markle and Prince Harry fired by Spotify. Meghan and Prince Harry were reportedly fired by Spotify as a streaming platform, and the Sussex's audio production company Real Audio released a joint statement stating that Archetypes will not be renewed for a second season. Meghan Markle's Spotify podcast Archetypes will not be renewed for a second season as the audio company begins to make changes and revamp its output. It has been confirmed. The streaming giant and the Sussex's audio production company Real Audio released the joint statement Thursday night saying they have mutually agreed to part ways and are proud of the series we made together, they said. Meghan and Harry reportedly signed a $20 million deal with Spotify for the project in late 2020, but insiders close to the audio giant claimed the royal couple did not meet the productivity benchmark required to receive the full payout, according to the Wall Street Journal report. The move to ditch the Duchess of Sussex's show, which explores the labels that try to hold women back, quote-unquote, follows discussions months ago about renewing it for a second series. The determined Duchess, however, is still planning to create more podcasts to find a new home for her series that has previously featured her friend and tennis star Serena Williams, pop sensation Mariah Carey, and South African comedian Trevor Noah. And Meghan signed off her 12th episode of the Archetype podcast series with a defined piece of poetry about survival. The axing of the show comes after sources close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex claimed the pair would stop making tell-all Netflix documentaries, publishing memoirs, and sitting down for interviews at Bash the Royal Family as they have nothing left to say, quote-unquote. Spotify was said to have carried out conversations for a second series of Archetype last year, following the end of the first season, but talks later stalled. The talent agency that recently signed Meghan, WME, told Wall Street Journal, the team behind Archetypes remains proud of the podcast they created at Spotify. Meghan is continuing to develop more content for the Archetype audience on another platform. The podcast reached the top of Spotify's charts in the week it premiered. Spotify, Archewell, and WME have been contacted by Mail Online. It comes as Spotify announced it would be laying off around 200 staff members, around 2% of their workforce, who work within their podcast teams. It cited difficulties in making podcasts profitable despite its popularity among listeners. PR guru Mark Brakowski said Meghan and Prince Harry's brand is collapsing as Meghan Markle's Spotify podcast Archetypes will not be renewed for a second season as the Sussexes and Spotify parted ways. This is on Great Game India. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.